Welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to Nat Fashion Hub, the best fashion channel in the world. So today we're going to learn how to cut a waistcoat, alright? And this is the measurement we're going to be using. Shoulder measurement of 14, chest measurement of 36, and the length of the waistcoat is what? 22, right? Length is 22. Alright, so without wasting time, let's start the drafting, okay? So first, when you want to draft a waistcoat, first of all, you have to fold your fabric into two. All right, so you can see this fabric I've folded into two. This is 2 layers. Okay, I folded into two. Okay, the next thing we're going to do now is to, again, from this beginning here, I'm going to fold inwards at about 5 inches. All right, so let's check what I have here. This is 6 inches is fine. So this is 6 inches, all right? This is 6 inches, okay? Must ensure that it's 6 inches. The next thing for us to do is to let's iron it so that to get it flat. So next for us to go ahead to apply our measurements and cut the waistcoat, all right? So I'm going to make this straight here because the fabric is not straight here. I'm going to make it straight. To make it straight. So go ahead to apply our measurements, all right? So first of all, let us get the shoulder, all right? So say the shoulder measurement is 14. Divide 14 by 2, that is 7. But then let's remove 1/2 inch this side first. This 1/2 inch is serving as our what? As our button allowance. This 1/2 inch I'm removing here is serving as our button allowance. Alright? So this is our button allowance 1/2 inch. Button allowance of what? 1/2 inch. Next is for us to get the shoulder measurement. We say our shoulder is what? Our shoulder is 14. That is what? 7. Plus 2 inches plus 1/2 inch seam allowance. That becomes 7.5. So this is our shoulder measurement. All right, the shoulder measurement. The next thing for us to do is to determine the length of the opening in front here. Okay, the opening in front here, and we're going to give it a length of what? Length of 9 inches from this beginning point here. 9 inches. All right, and the wideness, we'll make the wideness to be what? 2.5 inches. So this is 2.5 inches. We'll still come down here. We mark 2.5 inches, and we'll block this with this, right? This is it. Block this way, and this mark here, you see, block it here. But of course, it won't be sharp here like this. We want to curve it, okay? So I'm going to curve it like this, so it should be curved, all right? It depends. You can make it V, you can make it U shape. If you want, you can just make it V there. You can make it curvy. I want it to be curvy. So that's fine. So the next thing for us to do is to come down here by 2 inches. All right, from this, our shoulder line, you'll come by 2 inches. And we'll join this to this. We'll join this point here to this point here. I came down by 2 inches. By 2 inches. All right, 2 inches. 2 inches, all right? The next thing for us to do is to get the length of this waistcoat. And the length of the waistcoat is what? Is 22. So I'm going to measure from here, all right? Let's get it from here. The center of the neck is around here. And we say it is what? It is 22. So this is our 22, all right? So we'll now add 1.5 inch seam allowance, all right? Or we can just be 1 inch is fine. 1 inch is okay. That becomes 23. So this is the length of our waistcoat, 23 inches. The length of our waistcoat is 23 inches. All right. The next thing for us to do now is to get the what? The arm. And the arm is simply shoulder divided by what? By 2. If you divide the arm, which is the shoulder, which is 14, by 2, you'll be having what? You'll be having 7. But this 7, we wouldn't use it complete. We minus 1 inch or 1.5 inch from it. Alright, let's minus 1. I'll show you what our minus 1 is. Minus 1 here. So it becomes 6. Alright. So let's get the measurement from here to here and extend it down here. So if we measure it from here to here, we're having 7.5. We'll extend it down here and still mark our word 7.5. This is 7.5. Right? So we join this point to this point. I'm now showing us how to curve our arm. Alright. The next thing to do is to come up here by 1.5 inch, or this one by 2 inches. Come up by 2 inches, and then come in by what? By 1 inch. Alright, you see this. Then the next thing for us to do before covering this arm is to get our chest. Then the chest is 36 divided by 4. That will give us 9. So this is 9. This is waistcoat. We're going to add 1 inch dart. We're going to put a dart here, all right? 1 inch dart allowance and ½ inch seam allowance. With a ½ inch seam allowance. So altogether, we add allowance of 1.5 inch. 1 inch for dart. I'll show us the dart. Then another ½ inch for seam allowance. All right. So the next thing for us to do what is to curve this here into this and to the neck here, to the shoulder here. All right. So I simply can use our French curve. Can use our French curve to give us a good curve, an accurate curve. All right. Then we curve this from here to up. I'll see this. We've curved our arm. All right. The next thing for us to do is to extend this chest measurement down here. And all together we're having what? 10.5, because our chest measurement is 9 plus 1.5 inch allowance. Okay, that becomes 10.5. We'll bring that 10.5 here. It's 10.5. All right, we're going to join it together. This and this will join it together. And you see that? So to give this waistcoat fitting, we're going to check this length into what? 2. And our midpoint is what? Here, right? Here, right? Remember, I take the midpoint of what? Here to here, the midpoint. All right? The midpoint of here to here, the midpoint. So I'm going to come in by what? ½ inch. All right? So I'll simply shape this way. Shape it from here to here. Alright, and still shape it from here down. Okay, be careful so that I don't block the camera. Shape it from here to down. Alright, the next for us to do is to come up here by 2 inches. I said it by 2 inches. Okay, so after marking 2 inches here, 2 inches up here, the next thing is for us to, you come inside from here to here, 1.5 inch, all right, and then we'll come up by what? 2 inches. So we'll join this point to this point, but it won't be a straight line, a bit curved, all right. This point to this point here, this point here. Then we'll join this point to this point here. It will be something like this. I'll see this. All right. The next thing for us to do is to give it that at the center, the dart I was telling you about, for the fitting. So we check is the from here to here is 10. So the center is what? Is 5. All right. So this is how we're going to have our words, our darts. All right. So we still maintain the 5 down here, and get a straight line. Get a straight line. Get a straight line. The next thing is for us to, this straight line here is coming out of this out of the arm here. All right. So we're going to do something like this. All right. something like this. Let's see this. So we can now close it back. All right. So for the sake of this line here, we are going to push this out. This arm curve we have drawn before, this arm line, we'll take it out here a little bit, so that when we are sewing this line, we'll not have shortage. If you are used to joining curve, things that are called curvy, you understand better, all right? So if I don't shoot this out here a little bit, by the time we come to join this, we'll be having shortage. That's why you shoot it out a little. When I'm cutting, you'll see what I'm talking about. All right, so let's go ahead and cut it out, all right? So take note how I'll cut this point here. Reaching here, I'll cut this way. And I'll continue. Now let me show us something here. All right. When I was cutting this arm, we divided our shoulder by 2. We got 7 and I used 6. All right. Now, if you measure this back, you can see we're already having it. Can you see this? We're already having our 7. Even if we remove the 1 inch allowance we added, you are still having the 7. All right. So if I had used the whole 7, the arm would have become too big. That's why I normally minus that 1 inch or 1.5 as the case might be. So the next thing for us to do is to cut the lining. All right. Is to cut the lining for the waistcoat. This is also very simple. Now, cutting our lining, we're going to fold our lining into 4. All right. Because I'll show you why. Because the lining is actually 2 pieces you cut. If you see the joining video, how to join waistcoat, is what the linings are 2. That's why you fold the fabric into 4. All right. So first of all, we'll fold it into 2 like this. Nice, into 2. Then we'll fold again. All right. We'll fold again. So I folded into 4. You see 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? According to the size, the wideness of this waistcoat, let's check this. Okay. I think this is okay. And now something very important to take note of. When you are keeping this waistcoat to cut your lining, the lining is starting on this line here. All right, on this line, not the beginning of this waistcoat. It's on this line. So you will shift your waistcoat outwards a little so that the lining starts on this line, because this is button allowance. It's not part of the waistcoat measurement. So I'm going to trim this up from this point. All right, so let's trim this up here. Guys, in the next 2-3 minutes, we're done with this video. So we'll shift this down. Give an allowance of 4 inches up here. All right, this is up to 4 inches. And we'll bend this back here this way. Now let's confirm the length of our waistcoat. The length of this waistcoat is 22, all right? You can see 22 here plus our seam allowance, so we are good to go. So the next thing for us to do now, this is how you cut the lining. Watch carefully. For the arm here, remember our shoulder is what? From the arm here, we'll start here, all right? But we'll cut not as deep as the front is. Can you see? And left allowance of up to 1 inch. You see, up to 1 inch for the back. And then I'm going to open this and trim off the one in front here to meet with the front, okay? But I can see the difference for the back, all right? Then I'll cut here carefully. I'll cut and pass a little, Then watch how the one cutting it. You see this? Let's cut the lining for the back piece. All right. Now for the neck, I'll just continue from here. That's what I'm doing. And then I'll deepen it at the back about 1 inch from this. 3/4 inch, not up to 1/3 inch from that up point there. Up this way. All right. As you can see, we are done cutting this waistcoat. The next thing remaining is for us to this dart here, this fitting here. We'll cut. I'm not cutting together the lining, please take note. Just stop halfway there. All right. I didn't cut together the lining, just the front piece. All right. Okay. So at this point, we are done with our waistcoat. If you enjoy watching this video, please subscribe, like the video, share the video. Thanks for watching.